A very warm welcome to Study IQ. I am Prashant Mamani. I hope you all are doing good. And today we are going to chat about one of the most important topic. And as you can see on your screen, the name is Interstate Dam Wars. We are going to focus on 4 dams. The first one is Shahpur Kandi, second one is Jamrani, third Mullaperiyar, and the fourth one is North Koel Dam Dispute. Now, before moving ahead, I have 3 points or 3 things to share with you. The first one is that I will start this topic by explaining why this particular topic is important, right? What are the background things, and after going through this thing you will realize that why you should not miss this sort of topics. The second thing is the way I'm going to take you through all these different dams is going to, we are going to focus on inception, or the at what point of time it took its birth. Then we are going to talk about specification, what are the issues, what are the good sides, that is the merit side, what are the demerit side, and of course we are going to talk about what is the future of all these 4 individual dams. And the third thing, and this is again important for your preparation, and that is regarding the pen drive and tablet courses that StudyIQ is providing to all of you. Now the thing is, you would be preparing for SSC, bank, UPSC or other government exams. You need some solid material on your side, a winning material, and StudyIQ, the material that the pen drive and tablet courses that StudyIQ is providing is top of the range, because these are designed by some of the top faculties of our country. The other thing is that we are providing discount on this thing, and the discount is of 30%, but it is valid only for a very short period of time. You have what, 2 days to go. So if you don't have it, I would request all of you to get it as soon as possible. If you have any further queries, feel free to give us a call on this number, or you can check out our studyiq.com website as well. So dear friends, you know it very well. This is a very basic thing, that our planet Earth is also known as, it's also called a blue planet. The reason is nearly 70% of the portion of our planet is covered by water, isn't it? 71%. But the thing is, even though we have this much amount of water, even we have 70% of our earth covered with water, then as well water is considered as a scarce resource. Now why it is a scarce resource? If you go through this thing, then you find that, see, 97.3% of all the water, right, out of 100, 97.3, you can see it is a sort of lion's share, and this is basically saline water. That means we are not able to use it. We cannot use it for irrigation or domestic use. 2% is stored in ice caps. Now you'd be thinking, how about melting them and drinking it? It's not possible, is it? Can you import ice from, say for example, Antarctica? Not at all. It would be expensive. It would cost you what, 1,000-2,000 rupees or more than that per bottle. So that's not possible as well. Groundwater is 0.68%. I'm going to throw some light on this thing as well, what we are doing with this groundwater. Freshwater lakes, inland seas and salt lakes, both 0.009. And atmosphere, that is the clouds and moisture that we find in the air, is sharing, or the share of this thing is 0.0019. And rivers, that we generally consider that we have plenty of rivers. We have Indus, Ganga, etc, etc. Water is never going to end in our country, etc. But hey, look at this, it's 0.0001%. If you put it other way around, then you can do it this small experiment. Take 2 liters of water, out of that take out 12 spoons of water, so the rest, whatever you have got in the bucket, is saline water, not of any use. Out of this 12 spoons, take out 9 spoons as your ice, and the rest one you have to distribute it, and eventually you will find that rivers constitute only 1 drop out of 2 liter water. Imagine rivers just 1 drop. So this is the reason why, when I say, I started this discussion by telling you that water is a scarce resource. Now when we talk about India and water, then see, groundwater, we are consuming more groundwater than the total groundwater used by USA and China. Imagine USA and China. China is heavily populated country, isn't it? It is, again, it is number 1 and we are number 2 in terms of population. USA 30 crore population, of course it's not that low as well, so you can see that we are using more. And India, we have 17% of world population, and the surface water, now you know what surface water is, right? So surface water is just 4%. So here as well the balance is not justified. You can clearly see that we have huge amount of people to use the water, but we have the water surface is quite low. The other thing is, we know the things going on around us, particularly talking about environment and climate change. Now what is happening, say for example, I'll give you a small example of Kerala, right? In Kerala, what happens is we have a southwest monsoon season, isn't it? Starting from June, July, August, and parts of September as well. So roughly speaking, this 4 months, what is happening is, rather than core monsoon period in which you have maximum amount of rainfall, generally speaking it used to be like that, but now pre-monsoon showers and post-monsoon showers have increased, and the main core season is going dry. So these are the changes that are taking place. And so climate change has made this rainfall erratic. Now we also know that 60% of Indian population is affiliated with agriculture. We know the state of our agriculture. It is not high-tech like say for example agriculture that is practiced in Israel. It is very traditional. We're still using huge amount of water, and when I say 60% population, we are talking about a country which amounts for 17% of the world population. So you can imagine we are talking about millions and millions of people here. So we have good numbers of human beings, and you can imagine that if 60% of Indian population is affiliated with this profession, or you can say agriculture, then of course any problems, any issues that are directly affecting them will be of political interest, isn't it? And it is the nature of politics, just like it is a nature of pedagogy or education, to teach and ensure and provide a sort of an knowledge enhancing environment. In the same way, politics includes winning votes, and this is one of the reasons that this sort of topics like dam disputes become a sort of a war. It is sort of it takes a form of water war between two states or multiple states when it comes to, because you can understand you have so many people, isn't it? 60%, and they are engaged with agriculture. We know the state of our agriculture, and this is the reason it becomes a hot topic. The last thing about the basic item, and this is of course, as I told you, why we are studying this topic, why it is important for all of you to know about this thing. Now in some parts of our country, we know that we face floods in which we see lots of property and people die, and on the other side we see that lots of agriculture products and lots of, again, people die because of drought. So this is a sort of paradoxical situation that is taking place in our country, and that is one of the reasons why water is becoming a sort of a hot topic, and we are seeing water wars going on between two states of the same country. Now let's start with Mullaperiyar Dam. Now Mullaperiyar Dam is this part of the world, or this part of India we are talking about. You have two states here, one is Kerala and the other one is Tamil Nadu. If you zoom this map, then you find that Mullaperiyar Dam, of course, it is located on a river called Periyar River, and that is something easy to remember because the name of the dam goes by Mullaperiyar. So Periyar is a river, and this map, if you observe, then it is located right on the border, right, not far from the border of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Now the thing is, if we go back to the history, and by the way, this is the picture here, this the environment looks quite serene over here, isn't it? But if you talk about political environment, then it is not this calm and stable. Now it is this dam, talking about its location, it is located in Kerala, Idukki district. Here as well I have you can see here, right, this is located in Keralian side. So it is located in Kerala, and it all started in 1886. There was a sort of a lease or a sort of agreement that took place between, and the name of this agreement is Periyar Lake Lease Agreement of October 29, 1886, right? This was the agreement that took place between the King of Travancore and British Presidency of Madras. Now you know very well that we were ruled by British people for the longest period of time, and the part of Tamil Nadu, that state that we know today by Tamil Nadu, was ruled by, or it was known as British Presidency of Madras. It was known as Madras for the longest period of time. So the dam started, came into, or you can say this, after this signing of this lease deed, that was for, say, that is in fact for 999 years, starting from 1886. This was the foundation, or the birth of this Mullaperiyar Dam took place in 1886, and since then it took 8 years for the British government to construct this dam. Now remember, this dam is constructed by the British government, and the reason why I'm saying it, because after independence, right, as per the lease, the water will be used by the Madras Presidency. So after independence, when we have these two different states now, one is Kerala and Tamil Nadu, so this dam, of course, as I told you, located in Kerala, but it is owned and operated by this Tamil Nadu, the state of Tamil Nadu, and this is all because of this contract that took place in 1886. So I hope this is crystal clear. The specification, if we talk about, then this dam is 1,200 feet in length and it is 155 in height. Now if we zoom the map little bit, and then if we try to understand why it is important for Tamil Nadu and why we have seen both the states being absolutely ferocious with each other when it comes to this Periyar Dam, Mullaperiyar Dam, because see, here is the border, as I told you, between these two states, and from here what this dam does is basically it channelizes the water of Periyar, this Periyar river, with the help of this Mullaperiyar Dam. You provide the water, or you channelize this water towards Kumbum Valley. Right, it is known as Kumbum Valley. So this Kumbum Valley and this whole portion of Tamil Nadu is basically dependent on the water that is supplied by, and you can see it's been like what, nearly more than 200 years. We are nearly 250 years, right, roughly speaking, we are talking about. So since last this 250 years, water has been supplied by this Mullaperiyar Dam, and if you want to block it, then of course you are going to see sort of not happy faces from Tamil Nadu, and if you keep on building this dam, then you are not going to see happy face from Kerala. So this is all this is issue about, but we have not ended here. Let's move ahead. Now, as you know why this dam is important, as I told you, agriculture is one of the main thing. Now after independence till 1970, everything was fine, and what happened in 1970, basically both the state of Kerala and Tamil Nadu ratified an agreement that they were happy about the status of this Mullaperiyar Dam. But in mid-70s, Kerala found some sort of leakages, because as I told you, this dam is located in Kerala, so Kerala spotted some sort of leakages, and it was worried about that it will blast. And the main thing is that if it blasts, I hope it never does, but just in case, then what happens is the major electricity supply of this hydropower project that is providing electricity to Kerala will be destroyed. Apart from that, many villages will be submerged, many people and property and jungle area, this everything will get destroyed, isn't it? In the same sense, Tamil Nadu of course will also face the same thing. Something similar will happen in Tamil Nadu as well. Now, as I told you, in mid-70s, Kerala spotted this thing and it was not happy about it, so it requested this state of Tamil Nadu to repair it. It said that, look, hey, these are the cracks, if you sort it out, then it's fine, or else we are going to face this sort of issue. But Tamil Nadu was not, it was being a bit of cocky, and it said that, no, okay, we will sort it out, etc., etc. And then Kerala government went to this, it knocked at the door of union government, that is central government. Now central government, it mediated as per the constitution, it has to, so it mediated, it played as a sort of umpire between these two states, and then it ordered Tamil Nadu to sort these things out. And after that, this union government said that the water level of the dam, it can be safely kept at 145 feet, about which Kerala is not happy. I will tell you in next slide what is this 145 feet or etc., etc. But at present, what union government, or at that point of time, union government was believing that this particular dam is no long it is not a danger anymore. Everything is fine after the refurbishment work done by the Tamil Nadu. Now this whole issue took place from 1970 to 2006. These things were going on a ups and downs. Many ups and downs took place, but finally then we reach in 2006. Now you have Supreme Court being an empire here between these two states, and Supreme Court allowed Tamil Nadu to raise water height to 152 feet after strengthening the dam. This was an order passed by, or this was something that was agreed by Supreme Court in 2006. But Kerala was not happy about it. See, earlier Kerala went to Union government. Then Union government said that Tamil Nadu is this dam is fine. Tamil Nadu can go ahead and it can raise the water. It goes to the Supreme Court. The whole matter goes to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court says that 152 feet is fine. Now Kerala passes a law in its legislative assembly, and it says that you cannot take, or you cannot raise the water above 136 feet. So this is the issue here. So Tamil Nadu, again, because Supreme Court has already said the limit, it has already given the figure, now the Tamil Nadu challenges this particular act in Supreme Court. Finally, in May 2014, now dear friends, if you observe this whole issue, if you go back from 2006 to 2000, between this years of 2006 and 2014, roughly speaking 7-8 years, if you go through the newspapers, you will find that this particular topic has always been there, right? This issue has always been there. In 2014, finally the Supreme Court said that this 120-year-old dam, is safe and there is no issue at all. There is a sort of a little bit of makeup and touch-up that is required, and that Tamil Nadu government can do it because it is owned by Tamil Nadu. So maintenance of the dam is the duty or responsibility of Tamil Nadu. So once it sorts out these things of refurbishment, then it can raise the water level to 142 feet, and ultimately it can take it to 152 feet as well. And security, because this dam is located in Kerala, the security lies with the responsibility of the security of this dam is with Kerala. Now Kerala was not, of course, happy about this thing, and it again knocked the door of Supreme Court, and Supreme Court clearly stated that do not interfere with the judgment of constitutional bench, right? This was up to 2014. Now in 2017, this thing is again in issue, is because on 14th July 2017, right, Tamil Nadu alleged that when their maintenance team went to this dam in Kerala, when they were there, they were literally denied. They were not given access to this dam. They were there for repairing it, but they were not allowed to do so by the Keralian police. So it went to the Supreme Court. Tamil Nadu went to the Supreme Court, and it said that how about deploy CISF, and the apex court had rapped the Tamil Nadu government, saying there cannot be a perennial Amrit Dhara kind of litigation forcing the state to withdraw it. It said whatever is happening, carry on, but it also said to the Kerala that allow these people to work because it is your duty to just ensure the safety. You have nothing to do with any sort of maintenance work, so let Tamil Nadu carry on its maintenance work. Now, a couple of days ago, that is on 25th September 2017, Tamil Nadu Deputy Chief Minister O. Pannirselvam released water from Mullaperiyar Dam to irrigate 14,707 acres of paddy cultivation in Kumbum Valley. This is the Kumbum Valley. Remember, this is the portion, this is the part of Tamil Nadu that we are talking about. So he released this water a couple of days ago, and of course farmers are happy. They are cheering at present. They are partying and all that stuff, right? And it was released based on the recommendation by the Public Work Department, and of course the district administration as well gave its green signal to release the water. Now the thing is, now recently during this launch and after that this Tamil Nadu government has said that it plans to increase the water level in the Mullaperiyar Dam to 152 feet. Now you know that Supreme Court has given its permission, but in July there is repairing maintenance problem is here, so we don't know whether this will be allowed or not. But we know one thing for sure, that Kerala is not happy about it, and there are some experts as well who are skeptical about this point, because this particular dam, because see, experts have also strongly objected, as per the International Dam Safety Authority, that is IDSA, any dam has a lifespan of 70 years, right? After that, you should periodically bring down the water level of this dam, because of wear and tear and other things. This becomes it becomes weak, right? This any dam becomes weak. Now the other thing is that the geologists, the people who study basically the geo, that is earth, so they have said that this portion is lying under this zone 3 seismic zone. This is the seismic map of India, seismic map, and here you can see it is in zone 3. That means it has a potential of anything like any earthquake of somewhere around 6.5 can easily occur in this zone. And if, God forbid, if this sort of thing takes place, then as per IIT Roorkee, this dam will not be able to stand, right? This dam cannot manage an earthquake more than 5.5 on Richter scale. So this is the thing, and it has clearly stated that water level should come down to, or they should maintain water level at 125 feet. So this is the expert side. We know the Supreme Court side, we know Kerala side, we know now Tamil Nadu side, right? And earlier as well, this area had its own earthquakes, and a sort of ROV done on it, that is remotely operated vehicle, right? It was sent to underneath this dam, at the bottoms of this dam, and it has found that there is a sort of deep fracture along the entire 1200 feet length of the dam. So this is a big threat. The other thing is that Central Water Commission says that Mullaperiyar Dam is a high hazard dam. As I told you, it lies in the seismic zone 3. And the other thing is that, in fact, the IIT Roorkee says that in near future, this portion, this part of the world is going to get, this part of India, in fact, is going to get, or it may face a 6.5 magnitude earthquake. So now we know all different sides. We know what experts are saying. We know Supreme Court, Tamil Nadu, Union government, and this thing. So as I told you, this just took a couple of days ago on 25th of September. Now we have to wait and watch. But the good thing is that starting from its birth till now, we know everything. All the major events have been covered in this discussion of Mullaperiyar Dam. Now let's crack on to another dam, and this is Koel Reservoir project. Here we are, from this part we are now traveling to this part, and here we are going to focus on these two states. One is Bihar and the other one is Jharkhand, as you can see here on the map as well. Let me quickly take you through some important items. Here you can see Mohammadganj is here, then you have Kutku here, you have Palmau, Gaya, Aurangabad, right? Patna is here. This is your Bihar state, and the one in the white is in is Jharkhand, right? So you can also do one thing. You can pause this video here for a couple of minutes, and then once you have observed these things, then you can move ahead. It's up to you. It's just a sort of a hint or a tip for understanding it in much better fashion. Now this North Koel dam basically, or reservoir, is basically located on North Koel River. North Koel is a river. It is a tributary of Son River, and Son River again is a tributary of Ganga. So what a tributary means? Basically, tributary is basically a river that is tributing or adding its water to a major river, a big river. So you can understand that Ganga is the biggest one, then comes the Son in descending order, and then you have this Koel River, right? So these are the three rivers. So this basically Koel is a sort of tributary of Son River. It is a rain-fed river. That means in the monsoon time, in the rainy season, this river would be carrying enough water in it. But in the drier times, or in the summertime, you will find that you would be able to see the skeleton of this river. That means the stones and other things. In fact, it would be dry. So the reason why, because it is a rain-fed river, that is the one of the main issue, that these two states, isn't it? The farmers of these two states will start boiling, isn't it, because of lack of water. Now you can see that with the help of this picture, and this is coming from Bihar government website, so it is official. So starting year is 1972. Forest land involved 4,710. Remember guys, you don't have to remember these figures. I'm just going to take you through it, and this will help you understand the big picture. In the next couple of slides, when we talk about this thing, there are many things that you have to unlearn. Unlearn in the sense, say for example, this gate. Now there was during this point of time in 1772, it was decided that a gate will be built in this Mandal area, and it is going to be built by Jharkhand. But now that one is gone. Why it is gone, we will talk about it. So the latest estimate as per 2006, it is 1,289.50 crore. Of course it will go up because we are now in 2017. Expenditure till March 2013 is 686.29 crore. The good thing is that main canal and branch work is 98% is done and dusted. Distribution system 65% complete. Barrage at Mohammadganj, check, it is done. But the biggest bottleneck that this particular project faced, or used to face, I must say, then it is the environmental clearance. Why? We will talk about that as well. Now, as I told you, that this is located on this Koel river, and we have two states here. One is Bihar and the other one is Jharkhand. Now it was planned in 1970s, and at that point of time India was not having any sort of major environmental acts, or neither we were having any sort of tiger reserves, right? And this place is not far from one of the most important tiger reserve in our country. But let's focus on 2015 first. In 2015, Minister of Environment and Forest, Mr. Prakash Javadekar, said that this project is ready for years now. He said that from last 22 years, the farmers of this part of our country are being deprived of water. They are not getting any sort of water for their irrigation facility or drinking facility. And the other thing is that he also said that he met many MPs, and it is very easy to start this on. Now there is no sort of big hurdles, because as we have seen that many things have already are completed. So there was a meeting, meeting was arranged in 2015 again in January, and in this meeting you had this Ministry of Environment and Forest officials from Bihar and Jharkhand, of course, National Tiger Conservation Authority, Forest Department, and other stakeholders. And at that point of time, in 2015, it was identified through this meeting that it is the environmental laws that are the biggest hurdle for this project. Now, the early design of this project was that the project on North Koel River consists of 67.86 meter high Katku Dam. I've shown you Katku Dam. This was the reason before moving ahead, I told you to locate this Katku Dam. Right, so Katku Dam is here. Then you have another area as well. This one is important. This Mohammadganj. This basically the pipeline work, the barrage work is complete in this Mohammadganj. So at Mandal, this Katku Dam at Mandal in Latehar district of Jharkhand, and the barrage about 100 km downstream to Mohammadganj. It is also expected to irrigate. Remember, I'm talking about this 70s era, right? It was decided at that point of time that it will irrigate 1.5 lakh hectares of agricultural land in Gaya and Aurangabad districts of Bihar and Palmau district in Jharkhand. But later on, or you can say in August 2017, what happened is basically the North Koel Reservoir irrigation project, right? For this thing, Union government provided, or Union government said that it declared basically that it is allocating 1,622 crore rupees for the completion of this project. And before doing that, what Union government did, the Union cabinet basically, or of course when you say Union government or Union cabinet, it is something similar, isn't it? We know what it is all about, cabinet and government. Cabinet basically is a very core, it is the heart of the central government. So this cabinet, the clearance came after it cleared this. The whole matter was cleared at all different levels. The empowered committee of Supreme Court gave its green signal. The Ministry of Environment and Forest gave its green signal. So everyone was happy. Now this could be done. So decided to allocate 1622 crore rupees for this project. Now this project, this money is going to, remember, this is not far from where we are standing at present, right? It is August I'm talking about. So the government said that, central government said, you should sort it out in 3 years. This money should be utilized thoroughly. And thanking Prime Minister, Chief Minister of Jharkhand, Raghubar Das, said that, he said this thing in August 2017, and he said basically that in next coming 30 months we will ensure that this project is complete. It is achievable, isn't it? Because here is the thing, many of the stuff is already completed. The other thing is the biggest breakthrough, why we were able to break this deal, or what triggered this breakthrough, or why we became successful in it. See, what happens is, you have one thing called full reservoir level. Now earlier in 70s it was proposed to be at 367 meter, but now it was decided during this meeting and different meetings that took place between this time, it was decided to bring it down to 341. By doing this, what we can do, or what will happen, is that the large swathes of Palmau Tiger Reserve, right? Palmau Tiger Reserve is one of the most important tiger reserve of our country. It is the first tiger reserve of our country. So if we go through this one, 367, then we are going to destroy this. We are going to destroy the core area of this PTR. Remember, PTR here means Palmau Tiger Reserve. And if we stick with 341, then we would be able to save this PTR. Now the other stumbling problem was in, this was one of the main stumbling problem, this PTR and this 367 was the main thing. These were two main things that were holding this project from moving ahead since 1993. The other changes that they have decided, or the now at present in 2017, what is decided, that we, even though if we have to decrease, if we select this option 361, then there would be a sort of reduction in irrigation potential, but that's fine. We are going to save this Palmau Tiger Reserve. The second thing is power generation. Drop that idea. They have decided that if it does not, we don't need any sort of power from it, as far as we can irrigate this area and we can save this Palmau Tiger Reserve. So we are going to do that, and we would be able to, as I told you, this is the first tiger reserve, so it is an important one. And by lowering this height of FRL to 341, only 1000 hectare of PTR will get submerged, and that as well, or non-core area. Villages, earlier it was believed that 13 villages will submerge, but now it is only 10. Government has already given money and other things to all these villages, and so it is at that level, everything is fine. All we need to do is sort it out as soon as possible, and we are ready to go. So this comes as sort of culmination of this particular thing. And the other things here which I have included are coming from the picture that I have already shown, because after this lecture you can download this file, as you know, so you can read it as well. So that is the reason I have added some details here. You can help yourself with it. And remember, as I told you in the starting of this lecture, that traditionally the areas that are basically facing, or traditionally facing, water scarcity, over there dams work as a boon, right? It works like a vardhan for this area. And it is also believed that Palmau Tiger Reserve, at present they have only 5 to 6 tigers, which is very less. But once this project will be completed, this area will get new fresh water. Fresh water means more grass and trees and shrubs and herbs, and more plantation, more plants and vegetable means more herbivorous, and more herbivorous means good food for tiger as well. So hopefully it will help in flourishing this Palmau Tiger Reserve as well. Right, so far so good. 2 dams over. Let's crack on to the third one, and this one is Shahpur Kandi Dam. Now this one we are talking about 2 states. One state is Jammu and Kashmir, and one is Punjab. Of course, this part is not Jammu and Kashmir. Here is your Jammu and Kashmir, and this is our both, right? Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir. Right, and when we focus or zoom this map, then we are talking about this river, that is Ravi River, and it is going to be beneficial for both these states of our country. Now, as you can see on your screen, and from here you can easily deduce that most of the work is done, isn't it? That means this project should be about somewhere nearby its completion. As you can see, it was also posted on the official website. You can see Shahpur Kandi Dam UJH multi-purpose project, right? So here it is. Now let's locate where it is, as we have, you know, that this is here on Ravi River. So it is of course located in the state of Punjab, Gurdaspur district, where you find, and Gurdaspur district is here in the border. You can see here, this is Gurdaspur. So this Kashmir is not far from here, right? So Gurdaspur district located in Punjab. River on which it is located, it is Ravi. Benefits of this project: first one is it will provide irrigation facility to 5,000 hectares of the land in Punjab. Jammu and Kashmir, irrigation facility will be provided to 30,207, beg your pardon, 32,172 hectares in Jammu and Kashmir, and it will also produce 206 megawatt of power as well. Specification: 55.5 meter tall. Construction started in 1999, but after, say for example, in 15 years, in 2014, this project came to an end, and in the sense everything was stopped here because the problems between Punjab and Jammu and Kashmir, the problems between two states of our country, and this whole project comes to an end. Now, one of the most important thing is that Ravi is a river. It is a river that is part of Indus River system. And you know that we have Indus Water Treaty between India and Pakistan. Other details are given here, as we are not talking about Indus Water Treaty here, but Indus Water Treaty is important in this. It has played its own role in kicking this particular project. The thing is that we have two divisions of Indus in Indus Water Treaty. We have Eastern rivers and Western rivers. So these three rivers, BRS, or you can say Bias, Ravi and Satluj, these three rivers, when it comes to these three rivers, India has upper hand. But when it comes to Indus, Chenab and Jhelum, Pakistan has upper hand. Remember, this whole deal was brokered by World Bank. This is something additional for you. So what Indus Water Treaty has to do with it? Now, when it was signed in 1960s, at that point of time, India was allowed, and at present as well, India is permitted to construct storage of water on western rivers. Western rivers, I told you, are under the domain of Pakistan. That is India, Indus, Jhelum and Chenab. Then as well, India is, as per IWT, it is allowed to construct a sort of water storage construction permit is allowed over here. Now, what India did so far, we have not exploited what we are allowed to do in this part, but in last year, in 2016, we had Uri terror attack. At that point of time, there was a suggestion was passed to the government that how about cancelling this Indus Water Treaty. Now let me tell you, if we cancel this thing, it is not going to be beneficial for both the countries. But what India started doing, India said that, hey, look, even on the eastern rivers, right, on the eastern rivers, that is this BRS, Bias, Ravi and Satluj, we are not exploiting, or we are not utilizing it up to its full capacity, and we are not utilizing the western river as well. So rather than cancelling this IWT, what India said that we are going ahead with, we are going to construct projects on this particular rivers. So basically, there was a sort of meeting started taking place between the top officials and security advisors and IB and Prime Minister and Finance Minister and environment ministers, and you have people from both these states as well, stakeholders from these two states. Everyone started meeting with each other, and then it was decided that India should exploit, as I told you, the eastern rivers as well. So of course, naturally, the first thing that came into the mind of these people was about Shahpur Kandi Dam. It said that let's sort this thing out, and this was one of the main reasons why. Because of Indus Water Treaty, it got its kick in nearly in somewhere around in 2016, right? It got its kick, it got its life back after this Uri incident, and then both states decided, both states agreed that okay, that's fine, we are happy to start or resume the work that is in limbo for the longest period of time. So the agreement to this effect was signed between both the sides, and the project was estimated, cost estimation was at point of time 2,285.81 crore as per April 2008 price level. Now it was also decided there were some necessary changes were made, like though it would be constructed as per the design, but the model study will concurrently be done to ensure that the mandated share of 1,150 cusecs of water is available to Jammu and Kashmir, which will be binding on both the states. So of course, as it is located in Gurdaspur district, that is in Punjab, so the implementation of this thing is in the hands of Punjab, and things have started moving ahead because now it has got a green signal. The other thing is that tripartite team, that is teams from all three sides. You have central government and you have both the state governments. So we have a team, right? You have this sort of triangle, and they have their own officers, dedicated officers, who are ensuring that this project is completed as per the terms and condition of the agreement and as early as possible. Next dam, and this is a sort of interesting dam as well. When I say interesting, is you will come to know why. Because Jamrani Dam, this one is located between Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. Now you know that Uttarakhand itself is a state that was made out of Uttar Pradesh, and it is located here. This is Nainital district, and you can see here it is Uttar Pradesh. So it is here is the border between these two states, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh. And when I told you that this is a sort of interesting dam, is because if you go to the internet, you won't find any picture pertaining to this particular dam, because the work has not started yet. Right, we have not started the work yet. That is the reason why I find this dam very interesting. And as you can see, the birth took place, or it was decided on paper. The birth took place in 1975. Location Nainital, Uttarakhand. Specification 130 meter. Type multi-purpose. That means you would be able to produce electricity, water for drinking, domestic use, and irrigation. Located on River Gola. Dear friends, if I throw, or if you find a match the following question, if you are given two A and B section, in one you are given, say for example, name of the dams and name of the rivers, then I'm not talking about the other rivers and other dam projects, but this 4 dam and the rivers pertaining to all these individual respective dams, it should be crystal clear in your mind. Of course, you would be able to download this lecture, but again, hey, go through it, revise it. If you won't go through this video lecture again and again, because as I told you, this is a very important topic which we are discussing here. So benefits are irrigation for 47,607 hectares of Uttar Pradesh, 9,458 hectares of Uttarakhand. You have drinking water facilities for a couple of districts of Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Of course, since its inception in 1975, so far we have spent nearly 400 crore out of it. 13 engineers have worked on it, and 178 workers have also worked on it. But let me tell you that we have not laid any sort of single stone as well. It is all paperwork and observation, and you go on the site and you decide here we are going to do this, etc. Everything costs money, isn't it? So 400 crore has been spent so far, which is a huge amount. Now, since I told you that Uttarakhand was formed out of Uttar Pradesh, there are many properties of these hill states are still under the control of its parent state, that is Uttar Pradesh. But finally things started moving on, and in 2015 basically things became much more crystal clear, because the main thing that took place in 2017, and the things looks good at present, because in 2017 both these states got BJP government. So we have BJP in center and in both these states. So you can say that there is a golden triangle that has took place in this part of our country. So both the states have decided that okay, we are from one party, there is no problem, there is no point in extending this or stretching this problem, let's sort it out. So both have, into April 2017, both Chief Minister met each other. There was a meeting that took place between them, and it was decided to give a green signal to this project as soon as possible. As per its inception plan, 25% was to be was coming from the treasure of Uttar Pradesh, and 75 from Uttarakhand. But it is going to change because the officials say the cost may boost up, or it may go up a little bit. Here it should be 8, right? I just spotted here 27,000 crore to 28 or 29,000 crore, so it will shoot up. So this has to be sorted out. But when both the irrigation ministers of both these states, when they met each other at that point of time, they were quite cordial. They said that whatever the funding issue is, we will sort it out, and we are hopeful and we are ready to kickstart this project as soon as possible, because we want this project to get sorted out, or get complete in as near future as possible. So with this, dear friends, I'm sure you have learned many things about all these important projects, and as I told you, in the starting of this lecture, I told you that why it is important. Right now you can decide that if you go through your past papers, then as well you will find that questions based on this particular topic, based on water, climate change, farming, agriculture, this sort of things are asked. Interstate disputes, water disputes, etc. You find this sort of questions in your mains examination, and this is a topic that is impacting directly 60% of our population. So, and that term as well, it is a very important topic. Do not forget to download this lecture from our website or Telegram channel. You can subscribe, and if you have not, do subscribe our channel. So when next time when you find this sort of videos, you will receive a notification from YouTube. It is free, of course, to subscribe. Share these lectures with your friends, family, and on other social networks. If you have liked this video, give us your like, pass us your valuable comment. With this, I end this discussion. I'll see you all soon. Till then, enjoy your studies, keep learning. Jai Hind. And it became crystal clear, because both these states of